This is Neil Ratner Rock Talk here on WDST Radio Woodstock with another episode of This Week in Rock with support from Transcend Dental and my friend, the amazing dentist and rock star Bruce Milner. Visit Transcend Dental, his stunning new office at 2 Maverick Road on the corner of Maverick Road and Route 375. During the summer of 1969, an old girlfriend gave me a few tickets to something called the Woodstock Music and Art Fair, a 3-day music festival to be held on August 15th through 17th at Max Yasga's farm in upstate New York. At the time, going to a 3-day music festival didn't seem very important. However, it turned out to be one of the most significant events of my life. Woodstock was a pivotal moment in popular music history and a defining event for the baby boomer generation of which I was a part. Although there were many great performances, my favorites were Richie Havens, Santana, Sly and the Family Stone, and of course Jimi Hendrix. Jimi's rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner was filled with copious feedback, distortion, and sustain, meant to imitate the sounds made by the rockets and bombs of war. Anyone who was there will never forget that moment. Hendrix later said, "We're all Americans. It was like Go America. We play it the way the air is in America today. The air is slightly static, see?" Carlos Santana and Jimi Hendrix met in San Francisco in the late 60s, and as Carlos relates, Jimi's guitar playing went far beyond just listening to the notes.
The thing about Jimi Hendrix to me is his vision is so strong. Aside from being a masterful guitar player, the vision of what he heard, the guitar became incidental. That's what I hear when I hear him at Woodstock. You know, you hear babies crying, you hear bombs, you hear, babies being born, eagles flying, clouds moving. You hear things that people don't normally hear nowadays, because he always had his finger on the pulse of life. That's why I say certain musicians, when they play life. If you want to call it the blues or rock and roll, that's your problem. But they would just call it, I play life. His purpose is very clearly that, like an angel of a rainbow warrior angel, he opened vision for a lot of people like myself to think beyond nationalities or beyond flags or beyond regions. Just think hard and for the heart. And when you go to Africa or Jerusalem or Japan or London, you're going to be welcome. You're not going to be a tourist. But you have to live it. You can't read it from a book or you can't copy it from a video. You have to live it.
Jimi's band at Woodstock consisted of Billy Cox on bass and Mitch Mitchell on drums, with Larry Lee playing rhythm guitar and conga players Zuma Sultan and Jerry Velez. The festival was scheduled to conclude on Sunday night, and Hendrix was originally offered the opportunity to perform at that time. However, he chose to close the event on Monday morning, by which point only approximately 30,000 attendees remained, including myself. Okay, let's listen. From Woodstock 69, Jimi Hendrix and Red House.